Hi, are you feeling tired lately, or have you been feeling a little bit more moody than usual and maybe just not yourself? Well, if that's the case, then you could be struggling with some hormonal imbalances. So today on Tea with Fertility Godmother, I'm going to talk to you about some signs that your hormones can be imbalanced. And we're also going to talk about 5 tips. Hey Jonathan, hey Haley. We're also going to talk about 5 tips that can of some natural ways that you can improve them to correct your hormonal imbalances. So I am Denise Noyer-Erez, and I am the Fertility Godmother, and I get to work with proactive couples that want to get their bodies as healthy and balanced as possible so that they can finally have the family that they so desire. And I just love what I do, so I'm super excited to be here with you today, even though I am in a parking lot. So please bear with the background noise, but I really wanted to make sure I kept my tea with you today because I know a lot of you had some questions. I'm going to get to those in a little bit. But first of all, what are some signs that you can be struggling with some hormonal imbalances? So one of the signs would be, are you feeling moody? If you're feeling more moody than usual, or you're having periods where you're feeling really good and then you're feeling really moody, that could be one sign that your body's telling you that you need that there's something going on. So I really believe that your body is going to give you signs and symptoms of something that's, when you're feeling good, then everything's in alignment. But if there's something off, then it's giving you a clue that something needs to change so that you can correct it. Something else is tired, feeling fatigued. So a lot of times if your hormones are off balance, you're going to feel a little bit more tired than usual. Or sometimes you'll even have those feelings of feeling like having these really high energetic moments, and then you'll have some fatigue and tired later on. Or sometimes you're just so tired but you can't fall asleep. So those are all some symptoms of signs or symptoms of that. Your body isn't in alignment, it's not balanced. So that's something that you can work on to fix. Okay. Another thing is if your periods are irregular. So if you're having irregular menstrual cycles, it makes it really difficult to get pregnant. So that's a sign, again, another sign that there's something off. So even if your body if you've had some blood tests and your hormones come back normal, it's your body saying, no, something's not working here, it needs to be corrected. So that's another sign that your hormones can be imbalanced. Some other ones that can affect your chances of getting pregnant would be having a low libido. So if you're having a low libido, it's going to be challenging to try to make that baby. But then again, that's going to tell your body that it's giving you a sign that there's something going on that should be corrected. And the last thing I'm going to talk about today, although there's many others, and we'll be sharing them as we go along on our Facebook Lives here. And the other one is if you have acne. So adult acne is not normal you remember when you're a teenager and you're just getting your menstrual cycle and you're getting acne all over the place because your hormones are kicking in and they're going crazy and they're trying to find their balance. So that is definitely a sign of a hormonal imbalance. So if you're getting a lot of acne, you can either if you have PCOS, you may know about this already, about you having acne, but it can also occur with any hormonal imbalance. So these are some things that you can be paying attention to that will show you that maybe you should be doing something differently so that you can correct it. And sometimes they're caused by certain foods that you eat. So there's a lot of different foods that can be inflammatory and cause like more acne or cause more fatigue, such as dairy if you're having too much dairy. So diet is like the biggest thing that you want to take a peek at, because there's so many environmental pollutants in our diet, in our food, and in the environment, and the products that we put on our face, and they actually disrupt your endocrine system. And your endocrine system is which controls your hormones. So if you're putting in these endocrine disruptors in your body and you're not even aware of it, you're going to create a hormonal imbalance. So one of the things that I love to do for that is eating really clean. And even doing our fertility cleanse is something that's really beneficial, because not only does it help you eat really clean, but you also are able to get rid of some of those toxins that are accumulated in your body and created an environmental, a toxic load. And that really does play havoc on your hormonal system, and it impacts your chances of getting pregnant and staying pregnant, because you need to have balanced hormones in order to stay pregnant and get pregnant. Some other things that you can think about is sleep. So sleep, if you're having a hard time falling asleep or you're not getting enough sleep, then that is definitely going to be challenging, because when you sleep, your brain is allowed to rest, and that's when everything kind of decompresses and gets resynced. So it's really important that you get enough sleep, and the latest research shows that you should have a minimum of 7 hours of sleep, not only for your fertility health, but just for your overall brain health. So it's really important to have healthy, good quality sleep, and if you can try to get a minimum of 7 uninterrupted hours, that would be ideal. Again, diet. I'm always talking about diet, because that's really one of the biggest things you can do for yourself and that you have control of, and it really just makes a huge difference. So if you would like to learn more about our fertility cleanse, then please go ahead and type in the comments below cleanse, and we can send you some information on that. We'd love to help you with that. Some other things are exercise. So exercise helps you balance your hormones. So the question always is, well, how much exercise? So you definitely want to do a moderate amount of exercise, and it really depends on your fitness level. So if you've never exercised, then just getting up and getting some movement and doing stuff that's fun. You guys do things that you love to do, that you can get some movement in. It's so good for your spirit, especially if you're trying to have a baby. You really want to create fun in your life. But exercise is going to be very beneficial in helping you balance your hormones and also relieving stress. And stress is another thing that can interrupt your hormones. So we all have different levels of stress, and they all come at different periods of time, but the key is, how are you managing your stress? So some things that you're doing, exercise is a great stress reliever if you like to exercise, making sure you have enough sleep, doing some breathing exercises, and even meditation. So I'm a big believer in doing some meditation. Just even 10 minutes a day makes a huge difference, just taking some nice deep breaths. And what happens when you do that, or even when you're doing acupuncture, what happens is your body starts to not feel or internalize that stress. So even though there's a lot of things going on, you're able to manage that so much better, and that will help you in the long run balance your hormones. So I had somebody wanted me to talk about, she had, I think it was 2 recurrent miscarriages, and she wanted me to talk about some things that she could do to help her not have that recurrent miscarriage. And one of the things is, so that's definitely going to be a sign that there's something off. So if you are getting pregnant, you're not having a problem getting pregnant, but you're having a problem staying pregnant. And I think I want to do a whole episode on this, because this is something that I really can help with, and I can really share some great information for you. But it's definitely going to be a sign that you're having a hormonal imbalance if you're getting pregnant, but you're not staying pregnant. Or it could be a sign that you have an egg quality issue, or maybe even there's a sperm quality issue. So there's a lot of different things that can be going on. So I really need a little bit more information. But if you're getting recurrent miscarriages from a hormonal imbalance, it could be because your periods are too long or even too short. If you have a short menstrual cycle, it increases your chance of miscarriage by 50%. It's really big. So that could be something you want to look at. You want to make sure that you have some blood tests done if you've had several miscarriages, to make sure that you don't have any clotting disorders. Your blood, sometimes when people get pregnant, their blood tends to clot, and then they're not getting enough circulation to the fetus. So if it's genetically normal and everything's checking out, then that's something that that I would love to be able to help you with, because that's something we do a lot in my practice, and we can really help you through Chinese medicine by looking at the different patterns that are going on in your body so that we can help find that imbalance and correct it. So please give us a thumbs up and share this video, and I hope that you found these tips helpful for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, and we are finished right now with our preconception care series. So next week we're going to start talking about PCOS, because September is polycystic ovarian syndrome month. So we're really going to be talking about that, and that is probably, if you have PCOS, that's a big indicator that there's a hormonal imbalance. And so we'll be sure to talk to you about that and some things that you can do. So we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to share and comment below with the word cleanse if you want to find out more information about our fertility cleanse to help you get on the right track so that you can get pregnant and stay pregnant. All right, here's to your fertility, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.